18-year-old migrant is found desperate, hungry, and alone in the Texas wilderness.
No matter what you think about the medical stuff, mental health is important, but the gun is still doing its job. It's more upon the person, him or herself, to check up on friends. I'm like, cool, you're gay, but here's the thing: cool, you're gay, but I shouldn't be force fed this shit down my throat. It's the same thing with religion.
Next thing you know, old boy has a psychotic break, but he's got guns in the house that were obtained legally. Next thing you know, they get into an argument. She gets scared. She calls the cops for absolutely no reason at all, because this man was never going to hurt her to begin with. No, I thought he was going to hit me. He's got guns. It happens.
God. I learned something new about you. You're a hell of an impressionist.
It's not that I ever mean to. But I do a pretty good Obama. I do a pretty good Bill Clinton. I've done George Bush, Arnold Schwarzenegger. That one's easy. I'm the gummy bear candy cornea.
If you can't tell, we've had a good time prior to starting to this the contest podcast. Oh
Contest?
My God. Yeah,
I am the gummy bear candy cornea. I'm going to institute it. Get down.
Put the cookie down.
that was kind of bad. I gotta be honest, that was kind of bad. It's not a tumor.
I know. Oh my God. You do a great Bill Cosby impression.
You know what? I don't even try to do a Bill Cosby impression. Like, it just
give it to us really quick.
You put the doogie doo in her drinky poo, and then you get to put your wiggly poo in her doody doo.
Oh my God. The one earlier, you actually mixed up Quagmire with it's like a combination of Quagmire and Bill Cosby. It was great.
I haven't done it in a while, but I used to do a pretty good Herbert from Family Guy.
I
haven't done it in a while though. I used to be able to do Meatwad pretty well too.
Yes.
Yes, Chris. Oh, yes. Meatwad's a little harder to do because it's like a lot of pinching in like the vocal cord. But yeah, I can do Meatwad. Not as well. Not as well as I used to. Oh shit, son. You don't know me.
And that's gonna be leading into the intro. Hit the
Bring
intro.
it, bitch.
That would suck. Hey guys, Matt here, telling y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell to get notified each time that we're on. Oh, I say I love y'all so much. Enjoy the show.
Yeah, no, I can't do it anymore. Go ahead. Hit it.
Welcome to the Article 1776 podcast. I am Matt. This is yeah, the whole bunch of people. Bill Cosby, Quagmire,
everybody.
And, yeah, all rolled up into one. Oh, Lord. You have a smile on your face. You know that you're feeling good and happy.
I am.
He might have taken the puffy puff out of the muffy muff.
So as we were doing this, as we were starting, my homeboy out in Florida, he asked me, he's like, "What bank do you use?" And I was like, "I use this bank, right?"
Uh-huh.
And somehow I accidentally called him as we started the podcast, and then I hung up on him. And he just texted me back. He's like, "How dare you call Domino's not order a pizza, you whore?" Hi, Hecky, I love you, buddy.
Conversation between friends.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Nah, it's my little buddy. He's out there.
It looks like you're looking down at your dick. My little buddy.
My little buddy. My buddy. My buddy. No, anyway. What is up with you today, man? Welcome back to the workforce.
Well, anyways, but yeah, what I want to say, I've been working for the longest time, but
well, I mean, like the daily grind.
Yeah, I just keep it that down on the down low. What I do, so it's like what. But speaking about people that don't necessarily
he works at the dollar store.
I buy hookers from the dollar store. No.
Wow. Discount prices.
5-finger discount.
Jesus Christ. That's just not.
But anyways.
That's not kosher at all.
I'm not Jewish.
Neither was she.
Good point. Hey. But no, something that I really wanted to talk about is the hypocrisy of Republicans, specifically Florida Republicans right now. Florida Republicans, why are you letting red flag state laws, like all that shit, red flag law, come into the state of Florida? Well, no, seriously, why?
No, why? I get you. So,
like a gentleman in Baltimore, Maryland, got killed for not wanting to give up his pews unlawfully, just because someone disagrees with him and someone brings in the cops for it, doesn't mean that, a person should lose their rights just because a person has a simple disagreement with them.
Yeah, I mean, I try to let as well. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Everybody knows I have guns.
And here's what I'm going to say really quick too. Florida is a red flag state law type of state.
Red flag law state, yes.
Red flag law state. Florida is a red flag law state. No matter what you think about the medical stuff, mental health is important, but the gun is still doing its job. It's more upon the person, him or herself, to check upon friends and making sure that they're all right. Don't take away shit from people that are law-abiding citizens that don't cause harm to other people.
But what about someone who does have the possibility to cause harm to somebody? Do you think that they should have access to weaponry like that? Like someone that is literally on some kind of medication for antipsychotics. You know that they're violent. You know that they lash out at people. Do you think that person should have access to firearms?
It doesn't matter anyways, because the person is going to get it regardless. If they have harmful intent, they're going to look at ways for illegal purposes. And by the way,
you have somebody. Let's give you a little scenario.
Well, hold on. Let me say out something. If that person is on any antidepressants and they seek a therapist, sometimes that therapist will then reach out to law enforcement agencies, and there and such would report to saying, hey, this person has a mental issue, and they would report to them, and they would show up in the FBI NICS system.
Well, I hope that. I mean, I don't know how that system works. I've not had to deal with it just yet.
Yeah.
However, let's give you a bit of a scenario. Mm-hmm. Guy, doesn't matter, Pick what color, I don't care. Mid 40s, kind of, straight and narrow, always law abiding, takes out his trash on the days he's supposed to, all that, he's a straight and narrow kind of guy. Buys his guns legally, okay? Been at the same job 20 years. He's up at the top. Well, not at the top, but he's at the top of his division where he can be at least before you get into like the offices. He's got a cushy little job. Next thing you know, his plant gets bought out by some Chinese company. They say, "Oh no, don't worry, we're going to keep everybody here, everybody family here," right?
Yeah.
You come back to work the next day. There's an envelope on your desk with a pink slip and a pension check. Okay, that puts a lot of stress on somebody, especially if you have a one-income household like they did back in the day. Okay, that puts a lot of stress on a person, regardless of who they are, male, female, black, white. That's a lot of stress. Okay, that can break anybody.
Yeah, but don't take it on. Don't take it on. I'm sorry. Don't take it on to people that has no effect on the situation.
Well, just hear me out. Next thing you know, starts having marriage troubles just because bills are tight. Shit isn't the same way it used to be. Things happen. The world's an imperfect place. Screws fall all the time, right? Next thing you know, old boy has a psychotic break, but he's got guns in the house that were obtained legally. He's never shown any signs of mental illness or any kind of violent behavior or aggressive behavior. One day just starts falling off the rails. Has a psychotic break, starts drinking, starts getting pissed off. His wife's leaving him, taking the kids. Bam. Next thing you know,
then he's got to reach out for help.
And people do. And I know that it doesn't always work. Okay? I think that in theory, the red flag law could have worked if used in the right instances. However, like we have always talked about, that there's that human error. There's always going to be that human error, that misjudgment in somebody. Okay? Let's say this person doesn't have a psychotic break like that, but him and his wife get into a fight because she's leaving. She's taking the kids. He's gone off the rails, been drinking, started fucking whatever, just going downhill. Next thing you know, they get into an argument. She gets scared. She calls the cops for absolutely no reason at all because this man was never going to hurt her to begin with. No, I thought he was going to hit me. He's got guns. It happens. I'm not saying it happens in every circumstance, ladies. Don't worry. I know there's smart ones out there, but there are the stupid exceptions. And there really are, okay? Yeah. But those things happen. Next thing you know, he's got guns in the house. They're arresting him because he's upset. They're going to Baker Act him because she said something that he thought he was going to kill himself when that was never the case because he's actually a pretty happy guy. Next thing you know, he's Baker Acted. Bam, they take the guns. And that's what happens. I mean, not all the time. But I can give you a situation that is very, very close to me and mine here, okay? A person goes through a mental episode, checks himself in, his friends take his guns, just out of safety. Next thing you know, or next thing he knew, he's not allowed to have them back. We had to sell them. Okay? He luckily didn't hurt anybody else, but he will never hurt anybody else. If you catch my drift, okay?
Yeah.
But he had the ability to. He had the audacity to call somebody wasted and threaten to sleep himself. And then started to fire the gun. Or the poo. Sorry, YouTube. Okay? It's a little bit of a sensitive subject. This is actually kind of close to home. And scared the living shit out of the person on the other line who has kids with him.
Here's my question. how would we separate the ones to where making sure that law-abiding citizens don't have their rights taken away to where we actually have the ones that are safe and protected? Without using emotions, because emotions don't mean anything without logic.
If you really want to get down to the nitty-gritty of things, what makes you think you have choice? Or what makes you think you have free will like that? I mean, you may think that you have choice in product. You can go to the store and you can buy Cottonelle or Charmin or Angel Soft to wipe your ass with, but when you look at the back of the product, it's made by a single company or another company or two. And slowly and slowly and slowly they become less and less and less, and different products evolve and devolve, right? And then you slowly start to lose little freedoms at a time. Let's take all the gun laws as they are. That's an infringement on your Second Amendment right as it is. Any gun law as it is an infringement on your second right. But you slowly lose freedoms every day, and nobody says anything about it. Why? Because if you do, you're labeled a terrorist. You get canceled. All that other bullshit. There's your answer. There's actually no real free choice anyway. I don't think the fucking red flag laws work. I don't agree with them. Yeah. I don't think they work because you have instances where it doesn't work. Or it works for the wrong reasons in the wrong scenarios.
See, that's what I mean, though, is that how can we fix that up to where it doesn't affect the good, honest citizen?
I don't think you can. We've talked about it before. Vegas, Uvalde.
The job of... I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You have instances where guns were purchased legally. Maybe not all of them, but guns were purchased legally. Uvalde especially. How did this young man come up with, what was it, $8,000, $9,000, $13,000 to buy 2 rifles and a handgun? Where was your red flag law then? It didn't work regardless.
Yeah.
In any situation, it has not been working. I could go off. I'm not... See, but here's the thing. I have a lot of love from my family and my life. And I'm thankful and grateful for every day I wake up. And I thank whatever omnipotent higher creative power you believe in is up there. Okay? I get to wake up next to my wife every day, and I get to see my daughter off before she goes to school, and she gets home every day. Okay? There's no reason I'm going to jeopardize that. Not a reason at all. And even if I didn't have my wife, I still have my little girl, and there's still no reason I would ever jeopardize that. It's mental fortitude. You should. I can't explain how or why red flags should or shouldn't work.
It's a simple idea process as it is nice, but on the way of actually perfecting it in this such issue.
On paper it may look great, but when you execute it, it goes to shit. Food stamps, welfare, IRS, ATF, FBI, CIA, anything. Everything that's supposed to have been for the good of society seems to have been manipulated in some way for somebody's purpose.
Yeah, the red flag laws seem like a good idea on paper.
But so does the 4473, but if they're going to let anybody get a gun now, why do I have to fucking fill out a 4473?
Good. And to be fair, there are some good, honest, hardworking people that depend upon reputation rather than straight up cash to take care of their family, because their reputation goes a long way. If gun owners, gun dealers that have deal with 4473s, they want to obtain that because of their business.
Everything is just getting bass backward. No, I'm not even going to say it. Everything's just getting ass backwards now. 20 years ago, it was taboo to be, for lack of a better term, gay. It was a thing you didn't talk about. You didn't want to associate with it. You didn't want to say anything about it. Fast forward 25 years and bam. Every TV show, every movie, everything has to do with it. Race, religion, sexuality. all the stuff that you weren't really supposed to, I don't know, alter, I guess.
How about a happy medium? I'm happy that you're gay, and also happy that you should be like happy in the fact that get to
I mean,
force your beliefs
that
down my
first
throat
part's
too.
beside the point, though.
I'm like, cool, you're gay, but here's the thing: cool, you're gay, but I shouldn't be force fed this shit down my throat. It's the same
Well,
thing
I
with
mean,
religion. If you're happy
I
with
think that's kind of where people get it twisted, and I think the people who are sitting there on that altar, where they have to say the first thing that they present about themselves is their sexuality. What? Okay, well, all right. Can we move forward?
yeah,
Like your, and I try to teach my kids this: your sexuality and your color do not define your character. Those are just parameters of life, okay? But they don't define who you are. Don't let that be your definition. My definition isn't straight white male. I don't go, "Hi, I'm Mike. I'm a straight white male."
yeah, like
How
it's
that just sounded dumb as hell.
yeah.
Not because it made me sound dumb, just like that being the first thing I say, or that's how I introduce myself, or how I identify. And I have to let people know this. Like, I'm just, hey, what's up? I'm here.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm a curly haired fuck.
Hi, I'm here. Let's do this. What are we doing? All right, cool. Like, I don't know. Shit's changing, but the shit's not changing the right way. And
Like I get the idea of what we really need to do is look at not only just red flag laws, but the 4473s in general. And I'll say this too: people should look more into the fact that if the gun was actually brought in legally or illegally, and set the difference, because there's a big deal there.
uh, you know, speaking of the government, we wanted to talk about something that came up the other day for Easter.
Oh shit!
Sleepy Joe. Apparently, what was it? He called um Easter Sunday Transgender Day of Visibility. No, I just kind of want to look up something real quick.
It's visible that you have a penis.
I mean, thank you.
But I mean, for any male that's trying to be female. But who knows? It could be an undersized clit and undersized dick. Who knows?
Oh, what? Do you know how many days and holidays the LGBTQ and transgender community has?
I don't know. I was trying to make a joke, but I thought you were like, "What the
No,
fuck?"
I wasn't even paying attention. Sorry. I was looking up something. Um, I don't understand why there needs to be so many days. It's like, it could be Cupcake Day. I don't care. It doesn't mean I'm running out to buy fucking cupcakes. It could be National Peanut Butter Day.
Well, how many days are there?
I don't even know.
But you brought up you were feeling good as shit right now, sir.
What's up? Okay, so check this out. Feb. I can't believe that these are words. Like my brain doesn't process these as words. Like every time I want to say these, I feel like I'm gonna vomit vowels and consonants, and just it's not going to be right. February 20th to 26th, Aromantic Spectrum Awareness Week.
What the fuck is that?
Well, first off, I'm not sure if I said it right. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, I'm just gonna. All right, March is Bisexual Health Awareness Month. March 1st, Zero Discrimination Day. March 31st, International Transgender Day of Visibility, which I guess we had that.
Yeah.
April 6th, Asexuality Day. The first date was celebrated in 2021. Apparently, that's something that we should know. April 22nd, Day of Silence. I mean,
I'm down with that.
I can do that.
Yeah.
April
Look at a person.
26th, International Lesbian Visibility Day. Like, not hard to spot. Anyway, that's not the point.
I mean,
no.
if I get to watch, no.
Stop. You're gonna get us canceled. Like these are not okay. I'm not hating. I just don't understand like half the words. International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia, and Transphobia. I don't care either way. I'm not scared of you.
It's not gay if you kiss the homies. It's only gay if you kiss the homies with their socks on.
Oh my god, you had socks on.
Stop it.
My wedding photo. We're both fucking drunk as shit. And you came up behind me and I was taking a picture of someone and you gave me a kiss on the side of the head because we were both fucking drunk. We were both wearing fucking socks. Thanks a lot.
This date for us.
There's a day for us. Actually, there is a day for you if that's the case and it comes on August 14th and I'm getting there. May 7th. Okay, so like again, May 17th, International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia, and Transphobia. I'm not afraid of that shit. Like it doesn't bother me. I've got like I have gay friends, I have lesbian friends. That shit doesn't bother me. So like that's a day for me every day. I celebrate that shit every day. So May 19th, Agender Pride Day. May 22nd, Harvey Milk Day. Now, see, I understand this one. And, like, so like I said, I have friends. I've seen the movie Milk that was with Sean Penn. Actually was a decent movie. Like, it was, I'm not going to say it was entertaining, but it was informative, if anything. So like that's a day I can understand like why they would give him a day. Well, dude did, great things for as far as rights for that community. So that one's cool. All right. May 24th, Pansexual and Panromantic Visibility Day. Don't
If you like pans.
I know what one. It's not. They don't have a pot sexual. It's not pots and pans. It doesn't work that way.
It's my little joke.
I know, but it's still. I know what that is. Pride Month, cool. But I mean, like, there's no parade for how I get laid, though. Like, what the fuck?
Next thing
you know, no one's throwing me a fucking party.
I'm in your little cheer section.
Please don't be. HIV. June 5th is HIV Long-Term Survivors Awareness Day. Hey, look, that shit it's just nasty. All right, you survived it. That's a day. I give you that one. Pulse Remembrance Day. That was sad. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty bad.
What is that again?
The Pulse nightclub. I think it was Orlando or Miami.
Yeah, that was. But I'm several.
No, this is fucked up. Don't get me wrong.
No, I know, but I'll say this: but it wasn't a Marine that stopped it.
I don't know. It's been a while. I haven't kept up on it.
And I will say this: I had several service members that in the Marine Corps that were gay and awesome dudes. So it's like we don't. And here's the thing, too. In the military, we don't, especially one of the time that I was in, we didn't give a shit if you were gay or lesbian. As long as you performed your job and your duties to the best of your ability, you're a cool person with me.
Like, yeah, and exactly. Like, my biggest problem is I don't care about it. Like, why does it need to be a thing? Um, June 28th, Stonewall Riots anniversary. July 6th, Omnisexual Visibility Day. Non-binary day, non-binary awareness week. In the same week. Like, you want a week or do you want a day? Or do you want the month? International Drag Day? Fuck, I'll slap a card together for that one. August 14th, Gay Uncle Day.
Why are you looking at me all weird?
Because you had socks on too. I should send you that picture so you can post it up at the end. Oh, fully clothed, by the way. I was wearing my suit still.
Next thing you know, I'm gonna cosplay.
So there's a 18 plus 17, 2. There's like 25 different days and holidays and weeks. It's rather confusing.
Yeah.
Anyway, Joe Biden declared
that's a
March.
great. Yeah, sorry. I thought you were going in the next transition.
No,
Sorry.
Joe Biden declared that March 31st was Easter Sunday, which was Easter Sunday, was Transgender Day of Visibility.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a weird move, given that Mr. Biden's Catholic. So, I'm sure that's why the Pope is having health issues.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, I'm not. I'm not Catholic anymore.
Fuck it.
Yeah. So he's caused a big hullabaloo about that. However, I did read this today, and I have the screenshot.
Hold on. I don't think Joe Biden can cause Catholic problems any more than what a Catholic priest could.
Well, I mean, that's why I was like, "What?" That's why I'm no longer Catholic. I was like, "Hell no!"
Do you know what Catholic priests and Joe Biden have in common?
First off, can you even answer that question on YouTube without getting us fucking red flagged?
Kids.
I'm not losing my guns. I have no idea. What do
I just answered
a Catholic priest and Biden have in common?
Something to do with kids.
You didn't even have the fucking answer, Jesus Christ.
I did, but I'm trying to PG it.
I get it. That's why I asked. Well, December 10th is Human Rights Day, and that's just kind of like that's what everybody. Oh shit! Fuck. Now I'm tired. Good night. No. So yeah, weird move. Apparently he's been getting a lot of flack. House Speaker Mike Johnson basically lambasted him. He was like, "Hey, look, this is Easter. You're basically, I can't remember what the fucking terminology they used. Something about violating the tenets of Easter or the sacred truth in holy texts, if that's what you believe." So he's getting a lot of shit about it, which is weird because, like I said, he's Catholic. Also, he said that for every year the White House has an Easter art contest.
Mm-hmm.
They barred any religious kind of artwork, and which is also weird because Easter is the pinnacle, one of the pinnacle of the Christian holidays. Not sure if the Catholics are the same way. I don't know. I think they do the Easter thing too.
Mm-hmm.
But so they blocked all that and shit. So there's a lot of questioning about why he would do that, and then at the same time, label it International Transgender Day of Visibility. They've got. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but basically half the fucking year as it is.
Yeah. Like and people will speak that veterans have days too, and all that type of shit. Look,
What, like 3?
there's Military Appreciation Month. I forgot the exact name of it. That's how I think it's unknown to a lot of people, but I've heard some people speak about it, but I don't even know about it. Um, but it's, to me, if you're gay, you're gay. If you're lesbian, whatever. If you're pansexual, whatever. If you're asexual, don't care. I'll treat you the exact same way that you treat me, and with respect.
You okay, buddy? Go back to sleep. Yeah. Scared the dog. No, but anyway, so another little interesting tidbit that I found today, and I'll send you this post because that's where I found it. I can't remember exactly. TheGatewayPundit.com
Mm-hmm.
is the site. Joe Biden denies he issued an official proclamation last week declaring March 31st, Easter Sunday, Transgender Day visibility. Now, again, I don't know if this is satire or it's just clickbait, but if it's true, it's A, funny, and B, well, it just shows you that he's not really running the fucking country.
Mm-hmm.
It's the special interest groups that have lobbied for, his attention.
I mean, I do kind of like the satire of the White House being an old person's home. You seen that one?
Yeah, no, I mean, kind of. Like, everybody that you have in there is basically ancient.
I'm gonna walk into the White House one day as on the tour group and say, like, it smells like onions. Because like old person
It
homes.
smells like onions and Bengay in here.
I'm just gonna walk into a tourist, like a White House tour group, and be
I
like,
mean,
"It's."
but if you think about it, all this crazy shit that's going on is kind of indicative. I mean, you got inflation's crazy, but it's not. Global warming is a thing, but it's not. Um, World War III is happening, but it's not. Like, I don't fucking know
Yeah, it's. But if World War III does come, this generation's fucked. I'll say that. And you said you wanted to mention something about what happened at the border, by the way, when
anymore.
they ran down that fence.
I don't have any like visual evidence right now. It's just kind of something I was scrolling through. It may be on YouTube. I'm not really sure.
I'll check and see.
But
I'll check and see if I can find the video. I'll put a clip right in here.
all right. Apparently, well, there is video of the border getting stormed. I think we might have shown it an episode or two ago. And they broke through some of the barbed wire and some of the fences, and they trampled some of the National Guard soldiers that were stationed there, trying to help, not help get them over or anything, but help keep the peace and shit.
Yeah.
Several of those immigrants were apprehended and they were um, detained, and then they were released like a day or two later with no charges. The judge released them, um, but I mean, that's just leftist policy. Is basically let the ones who were, I mean, it's not the ones like they're. It's just not. There's no respect.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, there's no respect for the law of the land, and it's not even. It's more so human decency.
But I'll say it this way too, and I'm gonna go say it like it's gonna be, if you don't mind. I'm gonna go off tangent here. Vincent Rocco Vargas is a great dude who said it best. There are millions of people that come in legally that are hardworking, wonderful people, but then you got millions more that are coming in through a fucked up judicial system, whether if you believe left or right, and shit is not. It's all a matter of the judicial system.
Oh well, I
Just
mean,
basically
like
fucking up.
here's a perfect example, and I can send you this one. This is something I got today.
Mm-hmm.
Um, This happened yesterday in the Bronx. This is by ABC. This is from ABC 7. Well, it's an excerpt from ABC 7. Um, Suspected Venezuelan illegals found squatting in the basement of a home in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
Police found multiple loaded guns, 3 extended magazines, ammunition, ketamine mixed with cocaine, and a 7-year-old child. One of the migrants had been previously charged with attempted murder for shooting someone in the leg. Police were called after one of the men was spotted next to a school with a gun. The neighbor said the owner of the home had been trying to get them out for the longest period of time, quote unquote, but said couldn't because of thanks to New York's squatting laws. The men were charged with criminal possession of a weapon, criminal possession of a controlled substance, and acting in a manner injurious to a child. All of the men except 2 were released without bail. That's where we're at.
And I'll go back to Vincent Rocco Vargas this way. And he said the wall, it isn't really, I would say stopping it. It's more like a filtration device. It strengthens up the areas that are weak on the border and processes out the people to the stronger areas to where
like the actual ports of entry.
Yeah.
Like, you can come through the port of entry, you can get asylum that way, but you have to actually show that you deserve asylum. It can't just be, hey, the economy's bad, I need asylum. Nah, your life has got to be like in jeopardy and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and
a lot of cases it is.
Yeah.
And it's not always bad. I saw a video the other day just rolling through like YouTube shorts and shit. A sheriff in Texas, I want to say Texas or Arizona at least, rolled up on a trail. This 18-year-old migrant kid, flagged him down. The coyotes left him, kind of left him in the fucking mountains and shit. He'd been walking for a day with no water. And he's hugging this officer, and the officer speaking in Spanish, so he's like, it's okay, we're going to take care of you, we'll get you back. It's like, I want to go home to my mom, I want to go home to my mom. He said his life had been threatened by the cartel.
I've seen that video. I'll post it.
Now to a News Nation exclusive from our southern border. An 18-year-old migrant is found desperate, hungry, and alone in the Texas wilderness. News Nation was there when the Terrell County Sheriff rescued him. He told law enforcement he was fleeing the drug cartels, and that's a dangerous reality for many migrants hoping to find refuge in the U.S. They are forced to use cartels to help cross the border, and pay dearly for that, by the way. Hundreds of people die every year trying to make that trek. The UN's migration agency says it's the deadliest land route for migrants in the world. In Terrell County, authorities say they're seeing a dramatic increase in the number of dead migrants found in that area, and arrests are on the rise. News Nation's Allie Bradley was there for that emotional rescue. Allie, law enforcement likely saved this young man's life.
Yeah, Elizabeth, we came across this young man who was abandoned all alone in an area where no one.
Yeah, okay.
Right here.
So he said his life had been threatened by the cartel, and he came this far, but he didn't want to cross the border because he wanted to get his family. Like, I get that happens.
Yeah,
because it's lawless out there. For the lack of a better term, it may not be completely lawless, but you have the cartels and shit who don't fucking care. So, I get that those situations happen, but there are ways to go around it. There are ways to get around. I mean, they may not. You may not want to work for 10 years to try to get your fucking work visa for Arizona, for the United States. But if that's what you got to do to get here the right way, so you don't get thrown back, I mean, that's commendable. I can say this to any person who is here illegally who might happen to stumble across this clip right here. Okay, It's not that we care that you're here, but if you want to be here and you want to be part of the politics and part of America, I think the biggest thing that people have a problem with is that you're trying to skirt the government about it. Everybody else who lives here has to pay taxes. Everybody else who lives here has to work for their shit too. and it should be just the same for everybody else. And I think that's where people have the biggest part with it. It's not necessarily so much that you're here, it's how you're here.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get here? Did you do it the right way? That's commendable. We can respect that. Did you jump the fence because you're working with the cartel or you're part of some illegal gang? Hey, yeah, that's, we take issue with that. You know?
Mm-hmm. Drop it in hot and heavy.
I mean, it's not necessarily meant to be a hot and heavy. I think it's meant to be common sense.
Yeah,
It's meant to be commonsensical.
But today's day and age, it would be considered hot and heavy.
I mean, yeah, probably. And there's a lot of people who probably disagree with me. I don't care.
But a company comes in hot and heavy with freedom.
Oh, hot and heavy all day, Article 1776.
Facts. Go copy off a shirt from article1776.com or a hat or a coffee mug too. So my name is Matt. You can find the link to my socials down in the description below. Scottsdale, please give them your stuff.
Scottsdale87 on Twitch and Twitter, and then Scottsdale_87 on Instagram.
Bam. Do you have a dad joke of the day?
Did I tell you about the two goldfish in a tank?
No.
So yeah, two goldfish are in a tank, and the one goldfish looks at the other one and says, "Hey, do you know how to drive this thing?"
Oh my god.
Good night, people.